The free City Skylines 2 region packs are back, and this week it is the Eastern Europe pack. This is brought to you by Alex By, Kamaku, Robel, and Thomas, and they have put hours and hours of their own time into this. They get paid for their work, of course, but for you and I, this pack is freely available on PDX Mods, which you can get to from inside your game. Just add the Eastern European pack to one of your mods lists. We are going to look in detail at all the items that are in this pack, but just to let you know, it includes service buildings, signature buildings, and 6 different zones: low density business, low rent housing, medium density housing, mixed housing, and high density housing as well. I think so far this is the biggest pack we've had, as you're going to see. And then we're going to dive into New Brewburgh and see how this pack fits in and mixes well with the other European packs we've had so far, the French and the German. So, without any further ado, let us dive in and take a look at the Eastern Europe pack. Well, to start with, I have to say, this seems to me to be one of the largest packs that we've had so far. We've got all the buildings you can see on the left, all the service buildings, the signature buildings, all of that sort of stuff. There's absolutely loads of them. And then when we get into the zoning ones, if I just move over here, it comes all the way down to the end. And I've never got this far before where I've had to put another row behind to fit all the buildings in. So there is so much to look at. And then we'll take a look at the zoning as well and whether Recolor works with them and that sort of thing. So let's start off with our signature buildings first of all. Then, like we said, we've got our service buildings, and then the zones that are included are low rent housing, low density housing, mixed housing, medium density housing, high density housing, and then low density business as well. Density, I can say it properly. Yeah, excellent. So what have we got on here? How many of these are, up to here are the signature buildings. So I'm going to go through reading every single information on them. I'm going to click on them. You can take a look yourself. Basically, we're going to be taking a look at the models and seeing how they look. But again, a lot of these models I think can fit in. This is my favorite. This is absolutely my favorite, this shopping center. A lot of these models can fit into all sorts of other styles of city as well. So I think they've just done a fantastic job. I love the way that you get, like with a lot of the houses and things, you're going to get all sorts of different options to make it look like a Eastern European city. But then you're going to get all of these other buildings that you can just use anywhere. I mean, that's very Eastern European looking. But, I mean, once we get to New Brewburgh, we're going to be adding a load of these things in. And they're going to be great. A hotel by the beach. That would be an absolutely fantastic option. This is really good. I love this round office. This is going to go into our office section. Absolutely no problem at all. And then this lovely office as well. So many bonuses and benefits. And it's just looking really, really cool. I'm liking all of those. Then we're on to our service buildings. If we have a look here, there is a raft of service buildings. I'm just going to go on here, as you can see, all the way down to here. So many to look at. And as with all of our service buildings, all of the buildings, you click on the Eastern European pack and then you get access straight away to those down here. So that is the easy way to see those. I love this one here. This is a teeny tiny water tower. Always nice to get another option of a water tower. Absolutely beautiful looking bricks on there. And then we're going to start getting into our clinics and such like that. So this is like a basic clinic, but 8 vehicles in use. We can see now that we've got this new update where all the vehicles stay in the parking lots on the building. We've got them all here as well. This will be the hospital, much larger, and we've got some upgrades that we can pop on here as well. So at the moment, 24 vehicles, 300 patients. And let's see what we get. So another 200 patient capacity. That's going to just snap to the back. A research center with another 100 patient capacity. Another 200 patient capacity. Oh, this is looking cool. I like this. And a medical helicopter added onto the top as well. Look at that. That is a very, very nice looking building. And as always with these sorts of buildings, I sort of view it as one, two, three, sort of 4 different buildings you're going to have here, depending on how you add the upgrade. Shame they can't be added anywhere within a radius, but yeah, I think some of them might have that option, but we'll see as we go along. So then we have the hospitals. This is the second style of hospital that we've got. And this one already has 30 vehicles and 700 patients. No upgrades for this one. But again, very, very nice looking hospital. I'm liking all the parking for the service vehicles and everything as well. It really adds a little something to... Oh, I could just see myself adding in some tables and chairs in there for sort of acting as if there's like a little cafe in there. And then we've got the health research. So now we go into these tabs. We're getting up into some of the larger buildings. Here we go, down here. And with these ones and the next building, the health research and the disease control, you just get one of each of those. So that's why they're blacked out there. But there we go. Excellent. Nice looking building as well. And this one is huge. Look at the size of this building. It is absolutely humongous. A bit of a cost attached to it as well. Not the most patients, but this is mostly scientists you would get. If it's disease control, people going out, dealing with that sort of thing. Just to give you a bit of an idea of the size. It's like a small medical clinic next to that. There we go. So this is definitely going to be a centerpiece of an area somewhere. And I'm liking this a lot. We've got helicopters in there. We've got some park work. We've got labs. We've got all sorts of things going on this building. Very cool. Very cool. Okay, what have we got along here as we move along? Now we're into the school. So we've got a teeny tiny little elementary school. You can see all the stats on the side there. Nice little children's playground area around the back, storage area. We've got an upgrade here. So we've got 100 students. That'll give us another 90. That adds that little wing on the front there. Very cool. And then next to it, we have the elementary school, which doesn't have any upgrades, but already has 1,500 student capacity. I always enjoy a school that's got like a little quadrangle in the middle. I went to a school like that. Fantastic. For playtimes, there we go. Got a similar design between this building and this building, which I quite like. This one is the high school, which got 250 capacity. Very small little high school, great for popping into little areas. And we've got a couple of extension wings, so an extra 200 capacity students, which is looking very similar to that one, which I quite like. You can make those into a little campus, possibly. And then we have a sports hall, which adds 10 attractiveness. And this does have a little area that we can add that into, whatever you like. I'm just wondering if we popped it back here, will it still need road access? Yes, it needs some sort of road or path access. Well, that's good. I like seeing that option available for some of these buildings. Now we're on to another high school. This one's huge, 800, but lovely pink looking building. Very nice, very nice. Really getting into this Eastern European style. Very cool. And then we have a college, which doesn't have any upgrades either. 10,000 students in this college. Good grief. How many classrooms are on there? Quick, somebody add it up and put it in the comments. How many per class would that be if there were 10,000 students in here? That seems a heck of a lot, but there we go. That's what it is. Now we're on to the firehouses, police stations, that sort of thing. So we've got 4 vehicles in this one, and I love the detail on this one with a little tower on the top, looking really, really cool. I like that with the towers, the pillars on the front as well. What we're going to add on here, an extra 4 fire engines in the little very colourful garage on the side. Excellent. Then we're going to get the small fire station. So again, 4 vehicles on that one. And an upgrade for another 2 fire engines. There we go. Just added those on the side. What have we got now? A fire station. So we're getting much larger with the buildings. That is looking very colourful, isn't it? What have we got here? So we've got 5 vehicles in use. This one adds another 8 fire engines. And these upgrades are tied down to the area and a medical... not a medical helicopter, just a helipad with a fire station helicopter in there. That would make more sense. Now on to the police station. So we've got a small police station with 10 vehicles, as we can see, all parked outside. Then we have a police headquarters with 20 vehicles. Obviously space for some criminals as well in there, 100 criminals, which is good. Maybe this little block out the back. We've got some pens outside. Now we're going to get into a couple of transport options. So we have a train station. No upgrades at all on this one, just a small basic train station. Very nice. Imagine that sort of out in the country somewhere or something like that. And then we get a more grand central train station. This is looking nice. No upgrades on that one either. We get 4 stops on that one. What are we getting on that one? 2 stops on that one. Lots of space here. Accessible parking. And yeah, very, very bright colours. Now I'm going to just see whether Recolor will work on this. So Recolor's not popping up on any of these. We'll come back and look at the other ones in a moment before we get to the zoned items. Then we have a post office. 50,000 stored mail, 10 vehicles, no upgrades. And we've got white post vans on this one. I'm liking that. And this is probably a modernist. Oh, modernist post office. It was postmodernist post office. That would be interesting. It's a modernist post office. 20 vehicles in use with a few upgrades. So this is upgrading the storage capacity and the mailbox capacity as well. Oh, there we go. That's added the wing on the back. And this one's adding a wing on the other side. What did that one give us? Extra post vans and trucks. So for going in and out of the city. And again, I could see using all of this so far. Maybe not this one, but a lot of these in New Brewburgh. Absolutely no problem at all. So before we get to all the zone buildings, we'll briefly take a look at those. Let's just see whether the Recolor mod is going to work with any of these. Now, for a lot of these, I noticed it didn't pop up. I'm just going to double check I've actually got it installed. One sec. Yeah, I do. I did see it pop up somewhere, didn't I? I wasn't imagining it. So let's go along here. Oh, here we go. So we've got the first one popping up here, but there's no... Oh, I was going to say it didn't look like the colours were going to change, but they are. So what can we do here? Let's have a look. Not quite sure what that one is changing. Okay, so we've got some options there anyway. So we can change the facade colour. Okay. What else? Let's have a look. Okay, you've got a few little highlight options on the elementary school. That's been the only other one so far. Let's have a look. What's this one here? The high school, no. Oh, we've got another... Oh, I can see. We can keep adding these as upgrades. Okay, that's good. Good to know. Good to know. This one here, maybe some... Oh, maybe we can change that. We can. We can change the pink. We can change the pink on the bottom, but it's not changing the pink on the top. So it's sort of like a highlight. What about this one here? Oh, there we go. Now we can change the other one. Yeah, so we get some nice funky options on there. Excellent. Let's keep going. There we go. Got some options on the firehouse, although it doesn't change the upgrade that we've got there. Oh, it's a shame this one doesn't have it, because although I love the colour, Eastern European, fantastic. If I was going to use this anywhere else, I'd want to have toned the colour down. I think we tried that one already. No, we can do the post office. Yes, we did try this one already, didn't we? Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, okay, so not many that's going to be added to, available for, but maybe things will change in the future. From my understanding, it seems that if something is going to work with Recolor, it has to be built into the asset itself. It's not the fact that the mod can do something. Of course, I don't totally understand all the modding. I don't do code modding. Who knows what can change in the future, but there we go. That is as it is at the moment. So what I'm going to do on here is just go through each section. I'm not going to look at every single asset, maybe some of the larger ones down here, but I'm just going to scroll past. You can see what they look like. And yeah, and then we're going to dive into New Brewburgh and get using some of these assets in our European area. First of all, this is low rent housing. And again, as with the other packs, wow, there's some really colourful buildings here. Loving these Dutch barn style roofs on some of these buildings. Fantastic. Yeah, again, on all of these assets of all the different zoning types, the levels that you get are level 1, level 3 and level 5. You get an asset for each, of course. Oh my goodness me. Hopefully somebody will come and sort that out. Oh dear, let's just move on. Yes, so they will upgrade from 1 to 3 to 5, which you'll see as you're sort of moving along here. So that was the low density housing. I'm just wondering whether Recolor will work on these. I'm thinking we're going to be in luck here, because it's already got the... Oh my goodness me, it has. Let's just have a look whether we could totally make this building white all over. Not really, because you're still getting the sort of the coloured roof. So certain parts of it aren't being changed, but if you want to sort of tone down the colours because of what you're building, yeah, I see a lot of these. I mean, I'm just picking white because it's so obviously easy just to see what's been changed. But it seems like... Oh, the roof will be changed on that one. Okay, so it's varying depending on... Let's have a look here whether... I'm sorry. You should have 5 engines coming. We've got a whole flipping slew of them down there. I don't know what's going to happen. Oh, yeah, this is going to change the fence. No, it's not. Okay. No, nothing. I mean, with mods and things, you obviously could delete the fence if you like. Oh, it changed. What? Was it this last one and I hadn't noticed it? Now that's weird. Oh, it's like updating when I go up. Now that is very odd. So I'm changing it. Let's make it blue. Nothing happens. I come out and hover over it and then it changes. Well, it's not blue, is it? Mauve. Okay, interesting, interesting. So maybe the roof could be changed on here. No, we've already sort of messed with that, haven't we? And it hasn't updated. No, okay. Well, there we go. You get the idea then. So all of these look like they can be used with Recolor, which is great to a certain extent. Brilliant. Okay, so that was low rent and low density. We managed to get through there. So this is the mixed housing. Some of these actually do look the same until you sort of look at their footprint, and they're ever so slightly different. So that is level 1. Oh no, that is 2 different sizes, isn't it? I think that's like a 2x2. That's a 3x2. But not many of them do that sort of thing. A lot of them are just completely different assets. Let's have a look through these. I think these in New Brewburgh as well for some of our European districts that we've been building are going to fit in really well. And even some of these, if you can change the colour, I mean, this sort of building, let's have a see what we can do with this one. We're just sort of seeing what can change. I mean, you can change everything on that. That is brilliant. I really like that one. So even these sort of things you could have in our kettle whip build as well. The next category is the medium density housing, by far and away the largest section in this pack. Lots of, oh, I like these ones here, very modern looking. Lots of different styles and designs of what I would call blocks of flats. We've got corner ones as well, which will be great for, yeah, European blocks. Oh, I really like these ones. They look absolutely fantastic. I could see those in Kettlewick in like a new modern estate built on the outside of town. You know, it's got links to London, that sort of thing. People spend a load of money, then just hop on the train and go and work somewhere else. Very cool. I love it when these packs can be integrated with other packs and other builds, as well as standing on their own 2 feet, as well as obviously Eastern European. Plenty of corner lots as well for all of those builds. Very good, very good. And now we're into the high density housing. As you can see, some of these look very similar. They do have a slight change if you sort of look at the top as we move along here. Again, with all the colours, I'm assuming we've got the option to do something with Recolor, maybe. Yeah, there we go. We get there in the end. We work out which one it is. So that's good. Yeah, Recolor available on, I would say, most of these by the look of it. And then we're at low density business for our last one. And we'll just zoom in for some of these. Very nice looking buildings again. Oh, that's a very colourful looking building, isn't it? And again, some very modern, as well as the very, do I dare say it, garish looking colours, which I think just look absolutely brilliant. Then we've got one more row up here, and we have, as you can see, some nice corner buildings as well in this category, which will fit in really well with some of the other mixed use and the medium density buildings. Yeah, I just think they look fantastic. Recolor, looks like Recolor is available on these. Let's just randomly pick this one here. There we go. And see what we can do with this one. Oh, look at that. Suddenly getting tropical vibes on here. Not maybe the best selection of colours. Let's do that. Oh, look at that. Very nice, very nice. A Recolor available on those as well. Whoa, what a big pack. Let's have a look and see how they work out in zoning, which is something I always like to do. So we have a look from up here. We've got all the different types of zoning available, the different lot sizes, and then I just zone them in. I don't do anything else. I just leave it, see what they're going to come up with. Yes, they're square zoned, but I'm always interested to see how well the game picks up the corners and fills it in, and I think it's done pretty well. So these ones down here that actually do have corner style buildings, obviously once we start getting into the larger lots, it's not quite the same, but let's just go into this view. Yeah, I just think they look brilliant. Even little lots like that where you get the parking out the back, very realistic indeed. I don't think many of these are leveled up. Some of them might have leveled up as the game, and even there, I like the way this, you sort of got the gardens, you've got a couple of little spots where you can put a tree in, you know, here and here. But the fact they're all sort of slightly different sizes just makes it look really, really interesting. Let's just go back along this way. We get into the larger lot sizes. And the medium houses are fitting in very well, which are, these are the high density and then the commercial at the end. And you might not sort of spam the high densities close together, but the commercial in blocks look really, really cool as well. And all the different colours fit in together really, really well. So why don't we dive over to New Brewburgh and see how we can make use of some of these amazing things. Okay, so here we are in New Brewburgh, and this area here that at the moment is called Birdsong Mills, it will get changed at some point, has been where we've been adding in all of our European assets so far. We've got the French assets, we've been nicely mixing in the German assets as well and making a really cool area. I would like to get the Eastern European assets in here as well. And we have a little bit of a problem. I had to move one of the graffiti packs, unfortunately. So this is going to go, that is going to go on the side there. Oh, can I get to that one? Yep, there we go. And there might be a couple of others that have popped up somewhere, which is a real shame, but we'll sort that out. But I would like to get some Eastern European buildings in here and see how they fit in. And then some of the low density stuff around the outside as well. I think we need to be careful building from this direction because unfortunately the wind is going that way. And we've got a bit of pollution over here. So let's concentrate on this side of the river instead. This side of the river, this side of the motorway. So what I'm thinking of doing first of all is mixing in some of the EE medium density housing. Let's just do that one again. There we go. Some of the EE medium density housing and also some of the mixed density housing, which I think will work very well. Let's take these 3 blocks here and work on that. And then we might also get to do some moving and plopping as well. We'll see how things go. So the overall test here was to see how well these new Eastern European buildings fit in with the other European buildings that we've got so far. And yes, they're entirely different in their design, but I think they fit together in this area really, really well. We've got a spattering of all sorts, mixed use. We've got some low density. Oh, we haven't got low density. We've got some low rent housing in here, and they just fit together really nicely. I'm liking these a lot. We've got some of the schools going in a little campus over here with a little bit of decorating, some parking in the middle with some parks as well. Lots of people moving in. Our population's gone up. Nice little use of a plaza in the middle there. I like it. And then all of these are just the mixed use buildings, and I've added a path around the back with some trees and stuff as well. And then all of the ones this side are the low rent housing, so we're going to get a lot of people moving into those. And then we've just added in a nice crematorium at the back. So just a very brief look at these. We'll come back in a future episode to really dive into all of the new buildings. And I don't think we're too far off completing this area, because the next pack that we've got is the China pack, which is February the 10th. Then we've got the 2 USA packs, Northeast on February the 24th, Southwest on March the 3rd. So I think we're going to stick to the European packs for here, and then for the other packs, we've got to look out for a new area that we're going to build in. Maybe that is time to go over to this quadrant of New Brewburgh. Well, if you've enjoyed this look at the Eastern European pack, please don't forget to leave a like and then check out the next video on the screen as well. Thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you all soon for the next one. Take care. Bye-bye.